In this video, I'm going to talk about a game of Oathmark. Okay, let's go. Over the weekend, I managed to get a game of Oathmark in. Sadly, both me and my opponents forgot to bring terrain to the game, so we had an open battlefield. And here I'll just go over the lists.
Okay, so heavy cavalry with a champion. No magic item. 15 spear. 10 archers.
Who's?
The wizard.
Oh, you wizard. Okay, yeah.
Level 2 wizard with magic item. 14 spear and commander.
Oh, commander, yeah.
And 10 bows with a champion with a magic item.
So 9 for champion.
Yeah, sorry,
okay.
9 for champion.
Okay, so that is 1,500 points of humans. So I have a unit of 20 revenants, 20 skeleton soldiers, level 3 necromancer with a magic item, 20 skeleton spearmen, and 5 revenant cavalry, and a light catapult. Humans have a nice classic setup of held and centred by 2 spearmen, flanked by 2 archers and heavy cavalry on the extreme flank. And it's quite a mirror match setup apart from the artillery on the extreme flank there. Okay, so that's setup done. I'm going to go through a blow for blow, round for round rundown. I'm going to talk about some points in the game that I think highlight the strength of this game system. And after that, I'll give an overall view of what I think of the game. During the game, I had several units fail activation roll. This was frustrating, but it does help give a more balanced experience of the game. What I like is that even though the unit failed, they could still do an action. Sadly, spellcasting isn't one of those. So my necromancers had to miss 2 turns of bringing skeletons back. The undead's natural resistance to bowfire really helps my units, and even better has been able to get them back up. While I doubt artillery will be enough to destroy an entire unit, their impact is helpful. In this case, they killed 4 spearmen and caused the unit to be disorganised. Getting the champion die really helps. Due to the alternative activation and activation rolls, the game has scope for some interesting situations to occur. My opponent knew my units were unable to use shielding due to being uncaring, so it's advantageous for them to receive my charge rather than charge my units. The heavy cavalry being the exception due to their charge 3. So knowing this, the spearmen were kept back and forced me to engage. This led to my revenant cavalry, revenants and skeleton soldiers to advance right up to his force. The next initiative roll was crucial. My opponent needed it to secure the chance of his heavy cavalry charging. Even with his spell seized initiative, I was able to claim the initiative. This allowed me to charge with the revenant cavalry, knowing that my infantry would be safe. The game has simultaneous combat, which makes it a bit more exciting. Just because you've got the charge doesn't mean that you're guaranteed the victory. In this case, the revenant cavalry came off a bit worse of the heavy cavalry they charged into, so it's nice to have that sort of level of excitement within the game. The revenants charged the unit spearmen with the general. Due to both units' counters activated, the general was unable to use his command ability. Further to this, I caused the most casualties, so I was able to push the unit back 6 inches, helping to disrupt the command ability further. The game looked to be a glorious victory for the noble necromancer. Then the upstart spellcaster called Tim decided enough was enough. Advancing towards the necromancer, hurling a fireball, the necromancer used their shield ability to reduce it down to a single die. With the target number being 4, I thought he'd be able to survive that, but Tim was obviously on a mission and rolled a 9. This causes 2 damage and turned the necromancer into a human candle, which led to this, and this, and this. And with that, victory was secured for the humans. Conclusion, this game offered a good taste for the mechanics. I have to say I'm really impressed with the system. The best way to describe it would be it has the ease and simplicity of play offered by Kings of War, but with nuance and fun of Warhammer Fantasy Battles, so it sits as an in-between those 2 types of games. I think if this game was released 10 years ago, it would be the go-to rank and file fantasy game on the market currently. There's however one minor point of oddity with the rules. A unit can activate, pivot 180 degrees and engage a unit in combat that was previously out of the unit's front arc. I managed to do this with my spearmen against the heavy cavalry, which just felt a bit odd. If there ever is a second edition, I hope this is rectified. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below. And as always, I'll catch you later.